So I'm having thoughts about The Prince and the Pauper. It just came to mind. Actually, it was about being in a place. So I've always been in a certain place in my life, a certain societal level, but I didn't ever allow myself to be there, if that makes any sense. So, like, if my societal level was whatever, whether it was a low or high, it didn't matter to me whether it was a low or high level. It was, I was me and I showed up as me regardless. So The Prince and the Pauper made me think, because that was a childhood story that, you know, it was to teach children to be grateful for what you have, as well as, like, yeah, being grateful for your life and what you have, because it could be totally different. But real, like, another thought came to my mind about that story was, what about teaching people that life is what it is, but it is how we perceive it to be. So, like, the pauper didn't really like the king's life because it was too much for him, too opulent and too controlling, where the king didn't like the pauper's life because it wasn't as affluent as his and wasn't as controlled or secure, I guess, as his life was, right? So each of them thought that the other had the best life, but when they had the chance to Freaky Friday it up and live on the other side, they found out they didn't really enjoy that either. So it really doesn't matter what level or game or age or stage you're at. And then I was thinking about, like, when I do community things like a potluck, right? So you want to bring, I don't know, whenever I've been invited to a potluck, I want to bring my special dish because it's the dish that I know I can make the best, and I want to bring my best, right? But sometimes, what if you don't have the ingredients to make that dish, and you're still got to go to the potluck dinner anyways, and say you show up with, like, something fancy that you did with a jar of baked beans or something, and it was an okay dish. It wasn't the best dish at the potluck, but it was an okay dish, or even if it was a shitty dish, it was still something you brought to the potluck. And if you feel that what you brought is enough, then that's enough. And you should feel good about that, regardless about what anybody else says. So if there's somebody else at the potluck that brought, like, I don't know, the roast beast au jus, that was their decision. They wanted to bring the roast beast. They could afford the roast beast. They had the roast beast, so they brought it. The difference is if there's any judgment behind it on either side. So whether the person that brought the roast beast looks down on anybody else that brought less, or maybe they brought the roast beast from their heart, as in, you know, I don't really care what shows up. This is what I offer because I'm offering from my heart, because I want to give. I want to give to the people I care about and love. It doesn't matter what I bring to the table. And it all kind of came from a relationship that this thought stemmed from a relationship that I had, where this person had the best of the best stuff, and I was good with my stuff, but the way that I felt around this person, because of the way I felt judged, which I was judging myself, they were not judging me, I was judging me in the comparison of. But I was in this frequency that I felt it and I could see it. But in the before all the trauma drama, and I was in that frequency, and I didn't give a shit. I didn't give a fuck. I did my thing. It didn't matter. I showed up to the party as I rolled up, right? Like, take me as I am or leave the rest. I don't really care. So I think that there's a message there somewhere about just showing up as your authentic self, regardless who, what, where, when says whatever. You got to be good with you and accept all parts of you. Good, bad, dark, light, all of it. Because letting go. A girlfriend of mine was talking about letting go with me today, and I really hate that phrase. Maybe, like, there's something there for me to work on. But it's not about letting go. We can't let go of parts of us. We can't. We can work with it. We can soothe it. We can heal the best that we can, but letting go of an experience or whatever, it would be like chopping off your arm or your leg. They are literally who you are. You've gone through these experiences. You can't take that away from yourself. But what you can do to make it feel better, be better, so that you can do better, is examine those spaces and put in the compassion and the understanding where it needs to be. how you showed up, how they showed up, how it all unfolded, and understand the purpose behind why it happened and what we learned, what came out of it. So that is my thoughts on Monday. Have a great day. Bye.